Good afternoon. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Ben Russellowski, and I have the pleasure and privilege of serving Del Val as its president. I'd like your indulgence for a couple of minutes here before we get to our last number, and I'd like Jack to please join me center stage. My guess is that most of you in the auditorium know today that the concerts that you're experiencing today and tomorrow are Jack's last at Del Val as he's transitioning into retirement later this month after 25 years of dedicated service to Delaware Valley University. I've had the pleasure of knowing Jack since his arrival here on campus. And I can tell you at that time, the music program was in need of leadership, it was in need of creative insight, it was in need of connecting the university better with its students, its faculty, and its staff, as well as the greater community. And this is no small feat when you think about the fact that we do not have a music major here at Del Val. Jack came into the position looking at all of those challenges as opportunities. And what you have seen and witnessed over the last 25 years is the fruit of his labor in the jazz band, the symphonic band, and the chorale. All entities which engage our students, engage our community, and connect them to each other and this institution. Jack has also been a mentor to all of his students, whether they were students here in the band or in the classroom. Jack has had an impact on, and I tried to total this up, Jack, it is well over 1,000 students, well over, as their mentor, as their guide, as a resource. And at the same time, I would argue, has been the same for many community members as well. In fact, Jack is a well-known and respected resource for many musical endeavors in the Central Bucks area and beyond. For those of you who have known me for many years, you've heard me say this previously, but it's appropriate today. Institutions and organizations do not champion endeavors or initiatives. It is special people within their walls that are the champions. And Jack, you've been that champion of all things music here at Del Val. So I want to take this moment, Jack, to thank you for the impact you've had on your students, on the faculty, the staff, certainly the administration, the community here and beyond. And just know how much we're going to miss you. Yes. You, on a personal note, have been a friend and a colleague for the entirety of your time at Del Val. And I know for me in particular, this is a bittersweet farewell. Yet I know how much you're looking forward to this next chapter. And I think all of you here today will agree with me that we have been blessed for a quarter of a century with the musical magic that is Jack Schmidt. So Jack, we have a little something for you, and then my understanding is there are others who are going to take the mic for just a second. So give me 1 second. As much as I was worried about what I was going to say, I was equally worried about dropping this because you're going to find it's very heavy. And we also can't agree on what it is, Jack, so we're going to say it's a memento of our time together, because it's certainly not a plaque or a trophy, but it comes from the heart. It says on it, Jack Schmidt, your dedication and service to the music program and to Delaware Valley University have left an indelible mark. And it also contains a quote from Benjamin Zander, who is an English conductor, that says, "The conductor of an orchestra doesn't make a sound. He depends for his power on his ability to make other people powerful." Jack, you've done that and more. Thank you, my friend.
Cindy wants to say something before she does. Because quite frankly, I don't know how much more this I can handle. I'd just like to thank all of you, and especially the administration, my colleagues here at Del Val, the students here at Del Val, and of course the members of the band, the chorale, the jazz band, for just making these last 25 years wonderful. As all of you know, those of you who have worked, not every day is like a high point when you go through 25 years in a career, but I have to say, standing in front of these groups and making music together with them has always been a pleasure, and I'd like to thank them. Being a member of an ensemble like this and leading an ensemble like this is a little bit like being an extended family, and the folks that are in the ensemble, whether they're freshmen who we've just started working with together this year, or seniors who've gone through 4 years at Del Val, or community members, some of which have been here since I was here, and actually Jim Miller, who was here before I got here. Again, it's been such a pleasure working with all of you, and again, you guys really are part of my extended family, and I really, it's been such a pleasure to work with you all. With that, let me turn it over to Sid.
My name is Cindy Corson, and I've been here in the horn section for almost as long as Jack's been here. I think it's 23 years. Long time. And it has just been such a blessing in my life. Many moons ago, I went to Penn State, and I wasn't a music major, but I played in all different kinds of groups, just playing all the time. And then I graduated, and I moved home to Doylestown, and I said, well, now what am I going to do? I just had no plans of hanging it up. But I also just didn't know anywhere that I could play. So I didn't. And I think my horn sat in the case the entire first year that I was out of school. And I was sad, and I was really anxious to find somewhere to play. And then through some crazy friend of a person I barely knew connection, I eventually found my way here to Del Val. And it has just been such a blessing. But I'm sure as you look around the group, you will probably notice a lot of faces that have been here for quite a while. There are plenty of people in this band who have been here at least 10, 15, 20 years or more. Just a quick show of hands, who's been here at least 10 years? That's a lot. That's a lot. Now, I tell you that not to, so we can pat ourselves on the back, but just to say that it's all a tribute to Jack that we've all stuck around for so long. As I'm sure you can appreciate, once you are not a student anymore and you have moved on to all the adulting you can handle, you don't continue to volunteer this much of your time, the time that we put in to being part of this group and to serving a university that most of us never attended, or some of us for decades. And we do that because we're having so much fun. It's just been such a joy. And Jack is just about the kindest, most encouraging person I have ever met. And what he has created here at Del Val is just so special and unique. And the whole relationship that exists between the students and the community members and Jack and all of you who have been such appreciative, lovely audiences and supported us all through the years is really something special. It doesn't exist everywhere. And so we are going to miss you just so much. But we want you to know that this musical family that you have created here is going to live on. And we're going to do our best to make you proud for a long time to come. So stick with us, because we may be starting a new chapter here with a new director, but we're gonna keep making music. So, a few gifts. First, we have this quote Plato. It reads, music gives a soul to the universe, wings to the mind, flight to the imagination, life to everything. And underneath it reads, presented to Jack Schmidt in celebration of a 25-year musical legacy at Delaware Valley University. With love and gratitude, the members of the Delaware Valley University Symphonic and Jazz Bands. And it's signed by everyone. Also, have a bottle of Dom Perignon, if you please. And a gift certificate to honey, so you can take your honey to honey. See what we did there? Because I heard, when you get married, you need something old, something new, something wrong. I heard that when you retire, you need something sentimental, you need expensive booze, and a fancy dinner. So I might have totally made that up. That's what we're going with.
That works. Where am I going to put this? I'll figure out. I just wanted to say actually a couple last things. First of all, what Cindy said at the very end really resonated with me. This isn't just a group of players that play for me. I'm not in this ensemble is a family, and they all, it's amazing the way they come out and really support each other and are responsible to each other. They learn the parts, they come to rehearsals, and I'm so glad to hear you say that the group will stay together and stay strong. I will hold you to that. How's that? I will be back in the area, so I will come back from time to time to make sure that is true. So again, this group's a special group, and certainly one that I think is going to flourish under a new conductor, the next stage of their development, and I'm glad to have been a part of it, but just a part of it. And the next person, I think, will do equally great things. Before we play the last piece, which is traditional here, Sleigh Ride. I think I've done it on all 25 of the holiday concerts. This is actually my 26th holiday concert, 25 and a half years. So before we play that, I'd just like to recognize another person, not retiring, although maybe retiring in a way, actually graduating from the band semester. Elizabeth Cunningham, one of our horn players. Elizabeth, stand up. I would think about sharing the Dom Perignon with you, but I might be selfish with that. But anyhow, Elizabeth is an animal science major here at the university, member of the honors program, and has been a really important part of the band for 4 years. So Elizabeth, thank you so much for everything you've done for the ensemble. Thank you for your contributions to our music program, and we are really excited. Your future's got great things in it, we're certain. So congratulations. And with that, we'll play some music.